Hello, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Azka Rivaldi. I'm as a chairman of United Nations. So, I inviting you to this meeting because we are gonna talk about the situation of this pandemic. Okay. So before we go to the discussion, I want to know all of you guys. Okay. From Italy.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Mr. Awang from Italy, right?
Right.
Okay. From Russia.
Yes, that's Pusti. My name is
Okay.
Rayhan El Jabbar from Russia.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rayhan from Russia and United States.
Yeah, it's me, Dante from United States.
Okay. Mr. Dante from United States. Thank you. From Netherlands.
Oh, Ikhsan Arbytama, delegation from Netherlands.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you, Mr. Ikhsan from Netherlands. And the last from Philippines.
Hello, my name is Galuh from the Philippines. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Galuh from Philippines. Okay, we're gonna move to our discussion today. We're gonna talk about the situation of this pandemic, especially the situation of coronavirus in your countries, guys. And I want to know the situation of all your country. So I want to start from Russia.
Okay, in Russia, COVID-19 was centered in the city of Moscow, which accounted for the highest number of cases, measuring at over 605,000 as of November 13, 2020. It was followed by the Moscow Oblast with approximately 125,000. In total, nearly 2.3 million COVID-19 cases were recorded in Russia as of that date. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, Russia, announced a non-working period until May 11, 2020. We imposed additional quarantine measures to restrict movement of residents and transport during the shutdown. In most regions, the population could go outside only to the nearest grocery store to walk a dog or to see a doctor in emergency cases. And we introduced digital passes requiring Russians to register online before leaving home, so the situation will always be controlled. That is all from me.
Okay, thank you for your information about your country, Mr. Rehan. So
Sure, Mr. Azka.
we're gonna move to Italy. Okay, Mr. Awang from Italy.
Yes.
Are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I hear.
Please.
Uh, I wanna tell about the developing coronavirus in my country, especially in Rome, Italy. Now, the coronavirus is getting better from last month, but I think we don't underestimate about this virus because it can make people sick, even the people is dead. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Awang from Italy. Okay, we're gonna move to Mr. Ikhsan from Netherlands. Okay, Mr. Ikhsan.
Hello, from Africa.
Okay, okay.
Okay. The updates coronavirus from Netherlands. Netherlands reached over a half of million in total coronavirus cases, with 503,123 confirmed infections. Data released on Wednesday. Okay. The daily tally of infection within 24 hours is 4,470. It's most cases in a day. Then the Netherlands government, we decided to vaccinating all of Netherlands people. It will start in early January, and it will be a program. Okay, that from Netherlands about virus. Thank you, Mr. Azka, United
Okay,
Nations.
thank you, Mr. Ikhsan, for your information about the situation in Netherlands. So we're gonna move to the United States. Okay, Mr. Dante from United States.
Yeah. Since January, coronavirus has spread to nearly every state and territory. Since January, health authorities have identified more than 30 million cases of COVID-19 throughout the United States and 270,000 deaths. Texas has reported the most cases so far. The number is 1 million, about 1 million, 1 million more, and 2,200, I mean, 2,002 deaths. When adjusted for population, that translates to roughly 4,000 known cases and 76 deaths for every 1,000 residents. And we talked to the expert, they say numbers don't give the whole picture because many cases, including mild symptoms, infection, have not been diagnosed. Every state is following a different coronavirus trajectory. New York and Washington were hit hard during the pandemic early days, for example, but cases and deaths have risen more slowly in other states, some of which haven't hit their peaks yet, according to a model developed by researchers from the University of Washington. Also, we talked to Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's top infectious disease specialist. He said that those differences make it impossible to use a one-size-fits-all approach during the pandemic. This is very concerning, and we have to realize. He said we have to realize we are a very large country that has outbreaks in different regions, different states, different cities that have different dynamics and different paces also in which they are in. In effort to mitigate the virus spread, of course, many state and local authorities throughout the country have moved to limit large gathering, close non-essential business, and order residents to stay at their homes, triggering a near total national shutdown. So this is also affected to economic rate of all states in United States, and in many areas, the conversation have shifted to when these communities can reopen. We expected in mid-April, the White House unveiled a three-phase plan, including guidance that states should meet certain getting criteria. So we check every activities. So, for example, if you want to arrange certain kind of event, we have to make sure that those events follow the protocol, the safety protocol. So one of these benchmark is for states to have a downward trajectory of document cases within a 14-day period. And it's clear many states aren't there yet. So we have a very concerning delay about the cases of COVID-19. So this is very dangerous because we only including the data from them, but the data is delayed. So we currently want to fix that first, and we are currently trying to find a vaccine for the virus. Thank you, Mr. Azka.
Okay, thank you for your information, Mr. Dante. I just want to say congratulate for American people who have a new president. Okay, we're gonna move to Philippines, Mr. Galuh.
Okay. The first case of the coronavirus in the Philippines was confirmed on 30 January 2020. In a year, 38 years old woman who arrived from Wuhan 2 days later, the Philippines recorded the first death outside China on 1st February 2020. And the Philippine government declared a health emergency on 9 March following a spike in new confirmed cases and local transmission. The move will release funds to local governments and healthcare officials and to handle any further surge in cases. The Philippine government announced the entire country will be placed under the state of solemnity for a period of 6 months. The declaration will enable national and local government to quickly access relief funds to curb the spread of the disease. Mm, and the Philippine government announced travel restrictions to and from China, Hong Kong, and Macau to minimize the spread of the virus. It also bans the entire of passengers from the three countries. And then Ireland canceled flight from the Philippines to China, resulting in stranding. The Philippines during lockdown, domestic transportation of all modes, including land, air, and sea, are suspended. Residents are not allowed to leave their homes unless for emergencies. Large gatherings, parties, and concerts are banned. I think that's all from the Philippines.
Okay. Thank you for your
Thank,
information.
yeah,
I have a question from all of you. Is it effective if we use lockdown system to the biggest country like United States or Russia? Is it effective or not? We use the lockdown.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is a very nice question. Maybe Italy can answer first.
Hello, is my voice clear?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
Mr. Awang. Yeah.
Okay. In my opinion, the lockdown is effective because if we remember this month, especially for Christian people, they have a religious day that is Natal. Maybe the government will prohibit it to celebrate that event. And if the event will be held, I think the government should to give the rules to obey the existing protocol. That's for me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Awang from Italy.
Okay.
Anybody have a can answer?
Yeah, currently in our country, the government has stated that lockdown is a very effective ways to counter the outbreak because the people likes to go to crowded places, as we know that coronavirus disease spread through several media. It can spread through your nasal systems, like your through your nose, through your mouth, and through your eyes. So, because there is no vaccine yet, we didn't we didn't we should have some time to found the vaccine. So before we found it, we have to found out the ways to counter the infection.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dante, for
Yeah,
that
you're welcome.
steps. So I have a conclusion about this question. So no matter we use the lockdown system or not. So it depends on the government. Yeah. So gonna move to the next question is what is the best protocol we use to avoid this coronavirus?
Okay, I think first is my the thing my voice.
Okay.
First check my connection is unstable.
Okay,
Can I
go.
help? Anybody here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. Yes.
Hello.
I have unstable network. Sorry. Okay. What are the question? In Netherlands. I'm sorry, pardon. Can you repeat the question?
Oh, okay. What is the best protocol that we can use to avoid from coronavirus?
Sorry. Okay, here the connection is unstable. The best protocol in the Netherlands, we should have shield ourselves like wearing mask. That's the important for go to everywhere. But in the small lands, because Netherlands just have an entire lands, well, we should protect ourselves, but the lockdown is not very effective in Netherlands. So we can freely go everywhere in Netherlands, but we have still protect ourselves. First protocol is wearing a mask. But as know that I have told to you, Netherlands have 500,000 or a half a million in total of coronavirus cases. I think it will be confused to Netherlands to have the best protocol to protect the people. So that's that.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ikhsan from Netherlands, who have answered the question. So I have okay. I want to ask all of you: do you agree? You wearing a mask is the best protocol?
Hello, can you repeat the question?
Do you agree of wear mask is the best protocol to avoid this coronavirus?
May I?
Okay, Mr.
Oh, Mr. Galuh,
Oh,
you have
okay,
something
Mr.
to say?
Galuh.
Okay, thank you. I think that wearing a mask is the one of the best way to avoid from coronavirus, because there are so many ways to protect ourselves from the coronavirus, such as washing our hand and social distancing.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Galuh. Okay. What about Mr. Rayhan from Russia?
Okay. As Mr. Galuh said that wear a mask is one of the best protocol to avoid the virus spread. Like the virus has many ways to spread, not only from our mouths that we have to cover by mask. It can be by touch or anything else like that. So the solution, we can like wash our hands like Mr. Galuh said, and like use hand sanitizer, and due to the previous question, the lockdown is quite effective in Russia, but yeah, in some countries, I think in some countries the lockdown is not effective because they just just do lockdown, just say lockdown, but don't do the lockdown itself. Like the people still go like that, and in Russian we lock down with what is it, uh tight security, high security. So the people won't go wherever like that.
Okay,
That's
thank you,
fine.
Mr. Rehan from Russia. It is a nice lockdown from Russia. Okay, we come to the end of this discussion. So I have a conclusion that yeah, it's really important to keep our body healthy in this pandemic era. So I think this discussion is enough. Thank you for you to join this meeting. Stay healthy, all of you. Thank you and goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, Mr.
Goodbye.
Azka.
Goodbye.
Healthy.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Aska.
Mr.
Thank you,
Azka,
Mr. Azka.
and
See you
see you
next
in the
time.
Philippines.